Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dice, Drinks, and Drama, our live interactive Dungeons & Dragons show. This is our first night actually being hosted by the Wizards of the Coast channel, and it is official and live. So if we have any new viewers, we are so excited to have you. My name is John Heath Clark. I have been running role-playing games since the early 90s with DDnD. I'm a professional dungeon master that runs 10 games a week, and that's who I am. I'm going to be your DM for this evening. Why don't we go clockwise, starting from Skimmerhorn, and meet everybody.
Hi, my name is Zëk Stewart. I'm playing a tiefling drunken master. Sorry, we're getting some, oh, that's what's happening. Sorry, 3 seconds. Cool. Sorry. I'm playing a tiefling drunken master named Skimmerhorn von Mikael. Yeah, and that's it today. Cool.
Great.
Hello, guys. My name is Devren. I will be playing Walker and Summer, a black cat tabaxi rogue, current Captain Blackpaw.
I'm Vic Priano. I'll be playing a drow druid, Guinevere Groveheart.
And I'm Carter Scott Horton. I'm playing a stout halfling fighter named Finnegan Barry Bramble.
Awesome. Couple quick things before we begin. First, we've got a couple links we'd love to share with you. First, to our Patreon, which is going to be in the chat right now. Then we've also got a Discord channel we'd love for you to join. And you know our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/dice drinks and drama. Last but not least, a huge thank you to Wizards of the Coast for hosting us, Hex & Co. for supporting us, the finest game store in New York City, and then finally to our longtime viewers, many of which are on our channel right now. Thank you for sticking with us. We love you. All right. So a quick recap. Our four heroes have journeyed across the sea to try to find Skimmerhorn's lost wife. They've ended up in the Corsair Islands, dealing with pirates of all sorts. They made a deal with the pirate king Tortle, a tortoise humanoid, named Shellface Harmtel, a vastly corpulent and fat, hateful king, who sent them to get a corpse flower. Well, they didn't know it was corpse flower, but a flower from an island infested with zombies that turned out to have a corpse flower, a horrible plant that spews out zombies. They barely defeated it using fire, and they got the flower they were sent to get, and on their way back, they got knocked off course due to Finnegan's inexpert navigational tools, and found themselves on an island of dinosaurs that lacked claws, frills, teeth, and all those sorts of things, and instead they had crystals where those would be. Obviously a place of potential vast wealth, though they watched it sink beneath the sea while they made their way back to Umberlee's birth, the pirate shantytown. So they're on the ship, the Garbage Pail, surrounded by an ogre crew that Walker and Summer managed to finagle into joining their side, and they're discussing current events. We bring you to them.
Okay. So, off we are, back to Umberlee's birth to... What? What should we do? I am still reeling over that island of dinosaurs.
We should deliver the flower, right?
Yeah.
Because we want to find Marina.
That was the whole idea of why we came here. What are you going to do with the teeth and claws you pried from those dinosaurs? You're going to give them
I
to
did not know you knew I had those.
Well, maybe
You could see into the ship while I was doing that?
Maybe I went
might
with
have
some
said
bags
something.
in the middle of
I
night.
thought I was being sneaky. It's okay. I mean, now... let's keep it secret from the ogres, right?
Are you sure? Or are you risking mutiny if you do such a thing?
I'm a privateer. I don't...
We have an entire ship.
But I killed it, and I want them.
But you can keep one. There's like 20 teeth in there. More than that. Come on.
Yeah.
The rest goes to the booty.
Ugh.
So you're
Fine,
gonna distribute
fine. But I get the biggest claw because I
these
found it.
claws to the ogres?
You can have the biggest.
Okay, thank you.
Just don't let them know.
No, I wasn't gonna tell anyone. I didn't even know anyone else knew, except you, obviously, Gwen.
I didn't say anything.
No, yeah, I was gonna pay you off if you ever did. This could have been a very beneficial transaction between the two of us, but it could be a non-mutiny transaction for all of us, I suppose.
Well, I, for one, am so glad that you are no longer keeping secrets from your captain.
I don't like the way you're painting me,
Well-
Mr. Blackpaw, sir.
I
Aha.
don't understand how you could hide anything from him. He's kind of
Oh, you're such a first mate.
No. I mean, literally, he creeps me out sometimes. He's not only is he
Nah.
entirely covered with fur, he will like eat anything or anyone. We've had a long conversation about it.
It's
Sometimes I lay up at night and stare at the stars, and then I'm afraid that two of those stars are actually his eyes looking at me, and he's waiting for me to fall asleep so he can eat my toes.
well, I'm just making sure you're still alive. You know, wouldn't want you to go to waste.
Would
I'm
you
sorry?
eat an ogre?
How long has it been dead?
See, now we're getting into the whole corpse thing again.
You can't go back.
I do
Let's
wanna
say
I'm
freshly
very-
killed
There's
of
it's
natural
a-
causes.
Listen, goblin has a very fine texture. You should try it sometime.
I'm very proud of you for not eating any of those corpses on the island. It's such a good example as captain, and I am
Hey,
very proud.
Listen, I couldn't creep out my crew, as they say.
Ugh.
I mean,
Speaking of which, crew, are you guys going to distribute? Are you guys going to distribute those crystals that you found, or are you going to hold on to them?
Distribute a few, right? We found a few on the island.
yes,
We thought
I distribute the crystals, but I make sure that I have the biggest and most valuable one, and that one's
Sure.
tax.
We'll say that you're going to keep the two Deinonychus claws, the claw feet, the horn, the claws and the feet, and you're distributing the other teeth and smaller claws.
Yeah.
Ogres say, "Such booty, yar! Where found have you her?"
Oh, you know,
right there.
I was just looking around, and they fell from the sky.
Make a deception check. DC is 9.
Okay.
Don't work.
I'm sorry, I lied to you. The DC is 8.
Well,
Close.
it's a 12.
Hey,
12? Oh, good. Just lying around. You're good at finding yar things that lie
right,
around. You are.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Puts
can't
it
find
in
my
his
way
pocket.
on the ocean.
There's a
apparently.
line of ogres that are all coming up and like holding out their hands, demanding the next piece. You keep thinking about? You are good, but not first mate, yar.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yes. Why not first mate if you finding things? Arr.
Yeah. Why not first mate if me finding things?
Because I already had a competition and you already lost.
I found the. You're gonna let bygones be by and gone.
respect. Eh?
Now the ship is coming to the
Okay.
dock of Umberlee's berth. You see all the rowdiness. You see somebody thrown through the window of the distended gut. There's not even panes of glass or anything in these windows. People get thrown through it so often that they just leave it open to the elements at this point. Jagged pieces of glass and wood sticking out. The distended gut being, of course, the disreputable tavern here. In the on the top of the hill, you see Harmtol's estate, where I imagine you guys are going to immediately go. Do you have any other business in Umberlee's berth before you go to this? You go to the king.
Absolutely not. After last time, I just will go straight through.
Yeah. I was gonna try to pawn off the things, but I'll do it. I'm gonna give my business to a different community.
Wait, we could,
Thank
maybe
you.
incite some insurrection here? I mean, I don't really like this Tortle man, do you?
No, I don't like Shellface either,
make
but
make an insight check, Skimmerhorn.
Yes. Insight. Perfect. Insight. I forget. Oh, that's 20. Dirty.
Should you incite insurrection on the island before or after you get your payment?
After, of course.
Just making sure. It sounded like you were planning on inciting a revolution prior to getting paid for your job.
Oh no, revolutions take time.
Fair. Do you want to stop and try to sway some people to your way of thinking, or do you want to go immediately to the tower?
I mean, I would like to know if people in this town like the Shellface. Shellface.
Shellface?
Mm-hmm.
It is spelled Shellface, so that's an easy mistake to make. Sure. You can. So you're gonna stop, right? You're gonna stop at. Do you want to stop at the Distended Gut or the Hook, Line, and Sinker? Those are the two taverns in town, in order of least reputable to most reputable.
Least reputable. They're the ones who are gonna fight.
Distended Gut.
Yeah. So
you arrive. The floor is covered in sawdust, and it's all clumped with vomit. In the back on a table is a little fence has been set up, and two imps have been caught, apparently, have their hands tied together, and are holding daggers in their other hand and are slashing at each other. It is a gambling opportunity, and everybody's screaming their bets, throwing down gold pieces. There is a one-armed Goliath bartender sitting behind the bar, watching with interest, chatting with the tiefling, who clearly is the bookie running the event. She's keeping a close eye on the event, but mostly is watching the people, right? She's going to win either way. That's how bookies work. Do you want to chat with the disreputable guests, or do you want to go to the barkeep, or do you want to go to the bookie?
The bookie, I think, is probably a good one.
Is anybody else in here with Skim?
I'm in with the bookie as well.
I hear imps fighting.
So Skim starts approaching the bookie, and a couple things happen. The first is you see the large gentleman that was in the town square that bumped into Guinevere when they were walking through the streets last time, and noticed that they were a drow and became concerned. He's here. He notices Guinevere and gets a nasty look in his eye while he starts whispering to the other patrons. The Goliath sees you approaching, Skim, and ducks behind the bar, and you're very certain that he's grabbing a club in case things go sour. A gentleman, very skinny, missing several teeth, wanders over to Walker and says, "Yeah, you're the captain of the garbage pail."
Yes, do you want to join?
Yeah, I just heard that there was a kitty cat that thought they were a captain, thought it was people.
Oh, oh, you little one, are you trying to provoke me?
No, I just wanted to see if it was true, and you think it's true. You think you're people.
You go have another drink, okay?
Great. Why don't you make a persuasion check to de-escalate this circumstance, Walker?
Ooh, rolled an 18.
That's more than enough.
20, 30, 20.
The gentleman says, "I will. Another drink. Do you want a drink? Soft serve milk? It's fine. I'll go get a drink, and if you want a drink, you can also get a drink."
How about this? Can you go get the captain of the garbage pail the strongest drink they have on you?
You know what? Yes, because you're horrible.
Okay.
And goes, and he comes back with what is essentially it's a white Galabras, which is a milk drink with a little bit of Kahlua in it, and vodka from Galabras, what was once Galabras, It's literally a milk-based alcoholic drink, so it's a little racist.
It's a lot racist, I think. Skim, do you want this?
What is it?
I don't know. It's strong.
Alright, sure.
A drink of your homeland, a white galabras. It is actually made pretty well. This guy bought you an expensive drink because he tried to buy the only milk-based beverage on the menu.
Sure you don't want to try this? It's delicious. Okay, alright. Excuse me, barkeep. Where did you learn how to make this?
Say it again?
Excuse me, barkeep. Where did you learn or how to make this or even find it?
He looks and he says, "You know, honestly, there's only one person that orders that drink. And she ain't been around these parts for some time. She ain't welcome no more."
What's her name?
We, don't say it. It draws her attention.
Don't whisper
We
it
just
to me.
call her the dominatrix of the deeps.
What? Really?
Yes. Now, there's some folks from outside that come and think of that as they think it's funny because apparently in other cultures, dominatrix, it's just a female word for dominator, you understand? And that's what she is. A female dominator, a dominatrix.
Quick question. She about
Yes.
this tall, red hair, fiery?
Well, somewhat literally, yes. She usually has her braids aflame with candles within them. But I suppose the braids are red beyond the fire for sure.
Oh, did she do to not be allowed here anymore?
Sorry?
Why is she no longer allowed here? What did she do?
He keeps killing people. And not for reasons. Just because.
Oh,
You know what? I've said too much. Watch the infight. The bookie sidles over to you and says, "Not often we see another tiefling around these parts. Don't mind Billib over there. Billib is a bit touchy, especially when it comes to talking about his guests."
Oh. I see you make yourself at home here as a tiefling.
Well, we all got to make our way in this world somehow. There's worse ways than running gambling out of the worst bar in a pirate town.
True. I bet you make a good bit of money here, huh?
So she, I should describe her.
Mm-hmm.
She nods, first of all. She winks, flips a gold coin, opens her mouth. She has two long incisors, and she bites through the gold coin before slipping it off her fang and putting it back in her pocket.
Oh.
She is red-skinned and like deep red. She has stunted black wings that she's cut holes in the back of her outfit, cloven hooves, and the slight smell of sulfur in the air.
You've learned to embrace yourself a little better than I have, as you can tell. And Skim has cut off one of his horns in a fit of drunken self-hatred at one point in his life.
She does not have horns, incidentally.
But still, you know.
Yeah. We've all done things we regret. After all, we're the children of the literal embodiment of evil. Do you know your ancestry?
I don't concern myself with such things. I live my life as it is now.
You know it's going to come and get you at some point, right?
Everything comes and gets you at some point. We're all going to die. Might as well enjoy it while we last. Eh? It's an absurdity that we walk around as demons. There's magic in the world. People still discriminate against it.
They're demons, buddy.
Eh.
They're worth discriminating against.
Well, let's go back to your money. I want to talk more about that.
Sure.
So you make a good
Make a
amount.
persuasion check.
Sure. Persuasion. Sweet. Ah, nice. 18.
Sure. She says, yeah, the money's good here. I've actually gotten a really good position in this community by finding a vice that nobody was running properly people don't seem to trust most bookies, but they know with me they'll bite off more than they can chew if they cause a problem.
Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering, how much does Shellface bite off out of your profits, you know? I'm sure he's in on the take, right?
Yes, but no matter where we lived, we'd be paying taxes to an overlord.
How much does he do for you? For this town, you know? I'm new here. I'm just trying to figure everything out.
Make a deception check, I guess?
Sure.
You can do it with advantage because she likes you. Though she's not showing it very much, you've gotten her to like you.
17.
17? Great. She says, look, he's not the best and he's not the worst. There have been worse pirate kings of this village, and there will be worse. Maybe someday there will be better, but he's a damn sight better than anarchy. So I, for one, see no profit in speaking ill of him. Now, I want you to make an insight check.
Damn, holy shit, that's 21. I'm just rolling like
She would stab him in the back if there weren't a shell in the way.
Yeah, gotcha.
But she's way too canny. You are talking to the most political animal in this town. More Shellface. This is a woman that has been deeply discriminated against in a mostly human pirate den next to the slavery of the Blue Dragon Empire in the Corsair Islands. And she has found a way to, she's found a niche in the community to survive, where she didn't have to do terrible things that she couldn't respect. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
She doesn't have to hurt anybody. She lives in intimidation. You get the feeling that she's not much of a fighter, but she gets everybody, she uses the dislike of tieflings, right? Does that make sense? So she's certainly not going to be the first one to wave a flag, but she would love to see that creep Tortle taken down.
So what do you think of this horrible guest, the dominatrix? Is she worse than him?
Look, buddy, I make a business of not spilling too many beans so that my guts don't get spilled out, right?
I respect
If you've got money, we can talk. I'm one of the best information brokers in this town too. But if you just want to have a polite chat about somebody that literally murders people, if they say her name, because they've said her name, that seems like a high risk, low reward.
I respect it. I suppose. I guess I should contact you if I need anything.
Yeah, you should.
Sure. Well, enjoy your game.
Great. Is anybody dealing with the imp fighting or any of the stuff that's going on?
Which one looks like it's going to win?
What are you doing, Finn?
Which one looks like it's going to win? Like, what was going on?
Sure. Why don't you make a insight or animal handling check? I know imps aren't animals, but these are pretty animalistic.
It's an 11 no matter what.
It's an 11 no matter what. You don't know. They look pretty evenly matched. Imps are they don't have a ton of hit points, but they're hardy little fellas. They're difficult to hit, and they are getting on it. So it looks to be pretty evenly matched. Both of them have hit each other with the knives, but nobody's died yet. You know.
All right. I'm gonna hold on to my money and make sure that the creepy dude given like talking out of the side of his mouth about Gwen hasn't like moved or done anything.
He hasn't. He seems more afraid. Like he almost seems like he is preparing for the inevitable moment where she turns on everybody, or when they turn on everybody and cause pain. Does that make sense? Like it's almost like the instant they move, get him. Is there
waiting a long time.
Right? Part of the problem with this imp fight is clearly they captured these imps, didn't know better, gave them regular daggers, and they're resistant to it. So they can stab each other a bunch of times and not die. The battle's been going on for some time. Shall we move on? Is there anything else you guys want to do in the Distended Gut? Great. So we move now to the palace at the top of the hill that Shellface Harmtal has made for himself. Gorgeous garden, many different plants. There's a rose garden of intrigue. There's a beautiful mansion. And you see that there's definite signs of gates and like if this place could withstand a siege if it needed to. You are walked past scantily clad, beautiful people of all genders and descriptions. Elves, dwarves, gnomes, humans, mostly humans, probably about 70%. But still, he's collected beautiful people. And you're brought to his throne room again, where he sits on his palanquin, being wafted by palm fronds. Oh my, oh how delicious, he says. It seems to me that you've returned against all odds. It seems I owe the bookie some money.
So do you actually want the flower or not?
Of course I did. I just didn't think
okay.
you'd get it.
All right. Well,
You look all so fragile, like a stiff wind would just blow you right down. But clearly there's something special about you.
Okay. Well, Gwen gets her flower out and just kind of gives it to him, but tries to show some respect in the process.
Oh my. Make a persuasion check to see how well you show that respect.
Okay. 7.
7? He says, maybe bow a little deeper next time, but that's all right. Monaco!
Right.
Get my monocle! I want to look at this thing! Sorry. My servants, they're just so bad these days at predicting my needs. And a scantily clad servant runs in with a monocle and places it in his eye. Oh my, this is quite the delicious specimen. Ooh, it smells like death, quite literally. You have done quite well. We'll put this in the garden right away. Gardener, get over here! And indeed, a gardener with a trowel covered in dirt comes running in. Why aren't you here? You knew I was getting a plant. Plant this now. And the gardener takes it and goes outside. So, the matter of payment, now, one of the reasons I sent you on this devil's errand that I did not expect you to survive is that you wanted information that was gonna kill you. You still wish to find the dominatrix of the deeps?
Yes, I believe that's why we came here.
Do you have a death wish? Is that what you do? I would be fine to give you some treasure or something else and just let you go about your way.
Can we have treasure on top of this?
No! That's not the deal we arranged, you silly little kitty cat. No.
Well, then, give us the information that we want.
Very well. So, the trick of the matter is, it's nearly impossible to find her. But we have a deal, you see. No one will deal with her because she kills people a lot. Like, that's kind of her signature. Like, if you get taken in by the dominatrix of the depths, she don't take prisoners. She don't let you go back. She just darn kills you and lets your ship drift in with all the bodies on. She's, kind of immoral, he says, surrounded by his enslaved people that are wafting palm fronds at him. If you don't mind my saying so, as an upstanding pillar of the community, I can tell. So, but we have a deal where she needs somebody to trade with, and I'm famously fearless. So I send my poor little minions over there. One of them is going to die, but the other 3 are always handsomely rewarded, and we trade. I'll tell you where that is, and then one of you will probably die. That's sort of her way.
Did you just call us minions?
Sorry?
Did you just refer to us as your minions?
No, I didn't. I merely implied it.
Oh, that's interesting because they are actually my minions. I'm the captain.
Oh, that's fine. You choose which one to kill them.
Deep.
That's the thing. She always, whenever she meets a group of people, must, or chooses, I don't really know. Who knows with these pirate types? She must kill somebody. So just be ready.
Hey, would you like to accompany us? I mean, it'd be great for you to meet her.
You're a
Like
funny
this.
one. Do I look like an adventurer? No, I'm a plotter, a mastermind, a schemer. I don't need to go out on adventures. That's what people like you are for.
But the great pirate king, Shellface, must have done some pirating at some point.
Oh, yes, I'm a brain, not a brawn. You see, I was just ruthless in my own way. I'm just a good businessman, you know.
No, of course. I would hate for word to spread down the island that, maybe a certain Tortle has lost his sea legs.
Or was afraid of a very specific pirate captain.
Oh, my dear. Oh, my sweet little
Shell
halfling.
shock.
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm merely providing you with an opportunity to cement your position.
I need no
have some
opportunity
information.
to cement my position, little halfling. I do not take advice from wandering adventurers with no authority of their own. From what I understand, you took a ship, and you've got one authority figure who knows how to claim what's rightfully his. Hello, kitty cat. Don't think I've forgotten you. But you were a halfling. You were a shipman, and you're just what? Just another crew member?
A valued crew
First
member.
A valued crew member with the most valuable secret in the seas.
The most valuable secret in the seas, you say?
The most.
Oh.
And then I pull out the diamond claw.
Oh my.
Well, there goes a little.
Oh gracious
Bargaining
me.
chip.
You've been to the Ruby Isle.
So you know about it.
Well, of course I know everything about here. You think I got to this position of decadence and luxury by accident? No, I clawed my way, vicious place by vicious place, doing everything I needed to do to get to this position. And part of that is knowing everything there is to know about the Corsair Islands. Now, that place is both legend and reality, in that people like you seem to run across it every once in a while, but whenever we look where they say to look, it's not there, and it's always a different place.
Really? Well, I was going to let you know where it is, but since you're so much wiser than that, I'd hate to trouble you anymore.
Make a persuasion check.
That is a 19.
Oh, so you're talking about making a deal. That's my language. What do you want for the location of this place?
You mentioned treasure and riches earlier, and I really want to help my companion with the wife business, but seeing as I might die, I want something shiny.
Ooh, something shiny?
Yeah.
We could certainly see to that. What manner of shiny? Do you want, just a really nice gem that you can gaze into before you go to sleep? You want something practical, like a shiny little dagger, I imagine would be good for you?
Yeah, I'm more of a function over form man.
Oh, for sure. Now, you did something that I don't often allow. You brought your weapons, your ugly, ugly weapons into my presence. Can I see it? Could you, are you revealing your weapon, Finn?
I mean, that was the claw, but
No, he's asking to see your weapon.
Yeah. No, I've got my little golden rapier, and I pull it out very slowly.
Golden rapier. It's not. Is it magical?
It is. It was a +1 rapier of soon, I believe.
Oh gosh, that was a long time ago. Yes, it is.
It was.
He goes, oh, you've got quite the nice little weapon there.
Thank you.
You don't need a melee weapon then. I'm thinking, I know what I want. I know what I want to give you. He says, and he yells out, Make your domo! Make your domo! Get me a slave! You know the one! Yes, I'm going to get you the perfect fling for you, little halfling. You're going to
Smash.
enjoy it. And indeed, the majordomo comes walking back in a few seconds later with a tiny little, well, the technical word for it is thong, so I'm going to use it. Today's the day of using technical words very correctly. He says, hold on to that thong for me, would you? Can you spin it around your head real nice?
I smell it first.
It smells like leather.
Thank God. All right. Sure.
And ozone.
Okay. Like there's an extra bit of like UV light on it?
You don't have access to UV light. Actually, that's old editions. Drow used to see using UV. Not anymore, they just have dark vision. Do you spin it around your head as he requests?
Yeah, but in like the most dignified way possible.
Boom, 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 boom. A tiny little ball of lightning appears in it. And he says, that's right. And if you let that loose in just the right way, it'll throw that little ball of lightning. It's quite shocking to those it hits. I made it funny. Yes, indeed. Enjoy your little fling of shocking. I'm sure you'll find the perfect uses for it. I know I did.
Well, thank you very much. This is actually you're a wonderful gift giver.
So,
and then
I believe I've given you what you asked for. You're going to give me what I asked for?
Of course. Yeah, no, I would never. Barry Bramble is true to their word. Not a single one of us has ever lied.
Make a deception check. Why would you lie? Why would you do that? Make it with disadvantage.
Oh, that's a 3.
3.
Does it help that I'm really just like
rage
very
on his behalf?
proud of my great grandfather?
You realize that is itself a lie, and a patently obvious one. You make me less likely to trust you. You do realize if you give me these coordinates, and I come to believe that you have manipulated truth, or I find that you have deceived me intentionally, I will hunt you to the ends of the earth until you die in the most horrible way, yes?
Only if you promise to do it in person.
I ain't promising nothing, honey.
All right.
So
and I give him the coordinates.
I was going to give this one to the audience, actually.
Ooh, never mind.
My lovely audience. This is one of our audience-built decisions. What's going to happen right now is you, the audience, are actually going to make the decision as to whether Finn should lie or tell the truth about the location of the Ruby Island where endangered crystal dinosaurs live. So please take the next minute, vote in our chat, and that will determine whether or not Finnegan is going to lie.
Truth or a lie?
I see one for lie.
We got one for lie so far.
There's one for truth.
Votes keep coming. I need to get my timer up. It looks like people.
All right. I
Thank
would like to.
you, Trash Gardener.
Since we're in a minute pause, I would like to just clarify my logic on this. We saw the island sink down into the ocean, so technically telling the truth, he still doesn't get to the island, was my thought process. Maybe that is no longer true. Maybe it's resurged. I don't know.
That's you were planning on going back, right? We're gonna
I'm here for the magic crystal dinosaurs. I do.
All right, 5 more seconds left, everybody. We're currently winning. Lie 3 up. Very well. All right, you're gonna lie, Finn.
All right. As long as I don't have to roll for it.
You absolutely have to roll for it.
Oh, well. Why did you do that?
All right.
You didn't say anything.
All right.
I know what I do.
You for the location. In what manner shall you lie about it?
I give him I give him a location that, because of my sailor background, I know happens to be just off the coast of that blue dragon stronghold you mentioned a few sessions ago.
For sure. I should actually have my list of locations available to me, shouldn't I?
I feel like
Ooh,
Villas
tricky.
to Gaza Strip?
Chigaza Shrift is the name of one of the dukes that runs it.
Okay.
But the Blue Dragon Empire.
Also, I just realized it was a tie.
Is it a tie?
Yeah.
I see 3 lies and 2 truths.
Yeah, I see the same.
There's on the DnD.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you're watching us on D&D and you want to participate in the voting, we would love for you to join us. You know what? You can watch on that channel, and the lovely Victoria will monitor it for me. Are we actually tied?
Gotcha, Eric 615. We are
Eric
tied.
615 is here too.
Yeah, it showed up here.
So it's not that's the Imperator's Approach. So you want to give a location near the Imperator's Approach.
Yeah.
Great. Make a deception check with advantage. Difficulty is 12.
All right. Deception? Homeboy's got charisma. I got a 14.
14. Near the Imperator's Approach this time. It does not seem to have a pattern. How very unfortunate. I'll be sending out some minions to seek it out. Again, if we don't if you did lie to me, there will be repercussions to pay, yes?
Oh, yes, of course. There's consequences for everything in life, good and bad.
I find that is not so much the case for those in power, and so very much in the case for those without it, if you catch my meaning.
No, but I'm just gonna agree to disagree.
Your funeral. Speaking of which, whatever you do, it is. I grow tired of this conversation. I want a bath! Bathers! Get in here!
We get
We
out.
should leave.
I leave.
Run in with sponges.
Bye.
And you all leave?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Run.
Great. It seems a decision is to be made. It seems that some of you are not fond of Mr. Harmtel, and he's going to know that you've lied to him pretty shortly. Do you want to go and immediately try to find the dominatrix of the deep? Or do you want to incite rebellion now before he knows that you're acting against him?
That one.
All right.
Now's the time.
You
I'm
guys
good at
can
saying-
discuss this, and then we will let our audience decide after you've given the pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, your wife kind of seems like a badass that could really help us with this. Like, having her support beforehand might end up working out in the long run.
I mean, she sounds like she's changed a lot. Killing indiscriminately is not the person I used to know, really. But maybe it's just a lie. Maybe it's all a show.
I feel like maybe we should go there immediately then. I mean, that was our quest. And we got our information. Then again.
The information we have is going to be true no matter what. What we will lose if we go find Skim's wife right now is the element of surprise. Also, we have the perfect person to instill as the new pirate king.
Is it me?
Seabass.
Oh, okay.
Who?
He loves
Now,
order. He would
let's
be really
walk
good
through
at it.
that.
Oh,
He
Sebastian.
gets his life of adventure, and he can, clean things up.
But he's a
Yeah, but-
lawful good paladin, I believe.
Doesn't
Oh wait,
he
that
have,
would be meta. Sorry.
You're-
He seems to care
don't
about
know.
laws a lot.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. He was bored with his life, right? So he wants adventure, and he is, I'll admit, a little bit more law-abiding than everyone else, but maybe that's what they need, is a good stern hand.
I think if we're
But we take him
All right.
from being ported.
Discussion complete. My lovely audience, shall they incite rebellion or find the dominatrix? You all have 30 seconds. Seems a more appropriate amount of time. Vote in the chat. We got one for insight from
I see an insight.
Echo Nix are we see you. We're trying to find Skim's wife, who's apparently become the dominatrix of the deeps, a vicious and murderous pirate captain, or to kill the kill this pirate king who's kind of a jerk. You know what? 30 seconds is too short. We'll do another because clearly folks are thinking.
Dominate.
Looks like we're going to the dominatrix, guys. We got.
What's the dom?
One of the options is go find yourself a dom.
I mean, we all play D&D.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And to be clear, dominatrix is the technical word for a woman who dominates.
Yeah.
She's
of course.
So,
of course, that's what we're talking about.
Twitch seems to think that it's worthy of censorship, but
uh-oh, what happened?
It's fine.
Well, would they summon or would they censor you for calling yourself a dungeon master?
I don't know, but I mean that's the gay male term, right? Great. It looks pretty clear that we are going to find the dominatrix. So you were given a cove on the dark side of this island and given a time, right, to go meet her. So you are you're going directly there. Are you doing anything? Taking any preparations?
Should we bring an ogre? Just one? Just if she has to kill something.
Are you
okay? So here's the thing. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't know a lot about tieflings. There weren't a lot in the Rolling Hills. I think you're fantastic, and all the demon devil hooey is hooey, but could there possibly be some sort of deal or clause she's been caught in? AU or AW?
I don't know, man. I grew up in the Church of Illimater. I don't know anything about these sort of things. I just look.
And what's more, Marina is human, from what I understand.
Yeah. She's also a human.
You never told me. I'm not. See, this is weird, and I shouldn't have brought it up, and I'm very sorry. It was wrong of me.
It's okay.
You know what assuming does, right?
Pardon?
You know what assuming does, right? Right,
it makes an ass out of you and me. I just saw you had the eyes for the tiefling bookie, and I thought,
Wait, were you two flirting?
Tieflings.
I mean,
maybe just
I thought that was your type. That's all.
Maybe it's just oh, she's in power. Cool.
Could be that he is just attracted to
I don't
doms.
know.
Yeah.
Are you bringing an ogre? Are you bringing a blood sacrifice, or are you just hoping to go on your own? Is this where we are going with Walker, who's always been a little immoral? Blood sacrifices now?
It's not we would fight to protect him, but if somebody has to die, I assume it has to be not one of us.
No captain, my captain.
Nah. The ogres, they didn't do anything about this. Let's just let them be drunk.
All right, they're drunk with Sebastian, man.
Great.
Is there anyone else in this town that we don't like?
Cruise. Everyone.
Wait.
Because they're all mean to me.
True.
No teeth guy?
If he's still drunk at the bar, we could probably get No Teeth Guy to come with us.
He already doesn't.
I didn't say
that's still a blood sacrifice, right?
It's a different blood
Just
sacrifice.
because you don't like them doesn't mean you're not sacrificing a sentient being.
It's not sacrifice. It's insurance.
It's blood insurance, yes.
It's so much better.
All right. You're fine.
No. Make your immoral decisions.
No, my good compass is starting to flicker back and forth.
All right. So, are you going back to the bar to get Mr. No Teeth, who's missing some teeth, but is apparently Mr. No Teeth now? Are you convincing somebody else to come with you? Are you getting an ogre, or are you just going to the bay?
It sounds like we're just going to the bay.
Right.
Yeah.
Night
Yes.
falls, and a dark mist, black, rolls into the bay. And you feel a sickening and sinking feeling of dread as you see a black charred bone ship come inside the mists. It literally looks like it's made from the bones of whales and other aquatic creatures sewn together with rawhide sinew, and it's been charred and blackened. You see places in it that have clearly been harmed by cannon fire, but have resealed and rehealed in some way, as though the ship is undead itself. A gangplank falls to the ground, and you feel a wave of despair and fear wash over you. I need DC 10 wisdom saving throws from each of you.
Nat 20 today.
Oh, good for you.
Nat 20. Damn, everybody.
Great.
Well,
I got a
23.
6. Oh, good, you failed too.
Wait, did all of us fail except for Skin?
Oh no, Skim and I both got nat 20.
Oh,
double nat
Oh.
20s?
Oh,
And,
nice.
So that's impressive. So Walker and Finn are terrified.
Absolutely.
You guys are
Nice.
frightened. As long as you're within this mist, you have disadvantage on checks, and you cannot
Right.
approach the object of your fear, who you haven't actually seen yet. You hear a thunking on the gangplank, and you see several skeletons
Oh,
creeping down in seamen's armor, cutlasses, hats, tricorner hats. The next thing you hear is a crunch as a 3-headed dog with glowing eyes comes down to you. And it's on a long spiked chain. It's got a spiked collar, and you see that the spikes are both in and outside the leash, digging into its neck. Molten lava pours from each of its jaws, sizzling and dripping to the ground.
That guy doesn't look too good.
At the end of this leash, holding it, is a woman wearing leather armor that is skin tight, but for practical reasons. She's wearing an iron crown that flexes out about her head, looking like horns, and has a huge black whip that glows with purple necrotic energy at her side. She says, "You are the sacrifices sent by the Tortle King. Sorry. You are the sacrifices sent by the Tortle King. You don't look like much.
I'm
Not even a
absolutely
full
not.
man he sends me," he says, looking at Finnegan. She says, looking at Finnegan.
Ha. I don't think I can say your name, but I think you recognize my voice.
She stops for a second and says, "Skim. No,
Eh?
not you. Not you. I
Why?
cannot. Why? Why are you here, Skim?
To find you.
You should never have seen me like this.
You told me to come back when I got out of the monastery.
But you
Pretty great
didn't,
outfit, I don't
and
know
I had
why
to
not.
find a way to survive after the volcano. I had to make deals. I had to do what I had to do. And you
I did come back.
are
didn't
the
wait.
one who will suffer for it. I cannot see a mortal thing and let it live. And I have seen you now, Skimmerhorn,
Why don't you? Why can't you?
for the deal I made with Erebus. In order to survive, with my new lord and master, the Lord of the Dead, who lurks down in Polynisos, whose avatar I am now. I had to find a way to survive without you in the wastes of Galabras when you did not return from your monastery when it burned. Where were you?
I did return. It takes a while
You
to
did
walk
not!
there.
Not in time! And now you will die for it! And I don't get a say in it! I will not watch. I cannot watch. But my skeletons and my Cerberus shall tear you to pieces, and I shall weep over it, but I cannot stop it, or I too shall fall into nothingness. She cracks her whip, and it burns with purple flame, and the Cerberus howls in tripart harmony with itself. Do not find me again if you survive. I don't know why I say so, for you shall not. And she walks back up the gangplank unless you try to stop her. And the skeletons, the half dozen of them, begin moving in at you. Anybody going to try to do anything to stop her?
I'm gonna offer Skim guidance.
Sure.
What do you? Oh, the spell.
Yeah.
I was like, what advice are you giving?
No, well, go get your wife. Advice.
Yeah.
Do you say anything?
I honestly, it's not my bit to say anything in this moment other than support my friend physically.
Got
Like,
it. With
I've been
guidance,
there.
I think you got a minute to make a skill check to get that extra D4. Do you want to do or say anything, Skimmerhorn, before she leaves?
Yes. We'll find a way to break this. You don't have to be like this. You can come back. You can be with me. We can find a way.
Someone would have to travel to the underworld itself
Then I shall.
in Polynisos and make a bid with past Aethrios, the god of passage, and make us and convince Erebus, the god of the dead, to release his servants. Pause. Incidentally, everybody, we have an advanced copy of Theros. What is the full name of that? Theros.
Not Beyond Death. The other one.
Sorry, Beyond Theros, Beyond Death, the new source book. We are
No, that's-
using that material certainly for the next 2 weeks.
Close enough.
Much of the stuff, the whip at Marina's side, this Cerberus. These are all all content from that new book. So you're getting a little sneak
That's
peek of the Cerberus.
John, it's called Mythic Odysseys of Theros.
Yeah,
Mythic
Theros.
Odysseys of Theros.
It's the Magic
Sorry, the
Gathering
name.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I
I
was
think
like,
of it as
not
just
that.
That-
Oh,
Yeah.
Mythic Odyssey of Theros. We're super happy to have it. I'm making a point of using material from it up until, at the very least, the book is released. So you've gotten your answer, Skim, for what would need to be done. One would need to journey to the realm of the gods in Polynisos and convince them to undo this deal, which seems unlikely. But for right now, you need to survive these skeletons and this Cerberus. As the boat turns away, you see a huge monstrosity at its back, pushing it, 3-headed. The creature has a shark's head, a seagull's head, and an eel's body and head with a giant eel tail. This is clearly one of the fabled chimera of Polynisos that is built from different parts than the normal chimeras of the rest of the world, built as servants of the gods. This is clearly an Erebosian aquatic chimera that is used to push this ship and to generate the miasmic cloud around it. The Cerberus and the skeletons clack, the Cerberus howls, and they move in at you. I would like you all to roll initiative.
John, do I have disadvantage on initiative?
Frightened is not going to be the case
Okay.
once this combat starts, because the source of it is Marina, and she is no longer present.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, she was A little much.
She was a lot.
She's great, right? Anyway.
John, I got 15.
Great. Give me just a second. 15 for Gwyn.
15 for Finn as well.
Great. I'm gonna have Finn go second.
I've got a 20.
20 for Walker.
6 for Skim.
6 for Skim. Great. My Underworld Cerberus is going at 6. I'm gonna have it go ahead of you. And the skeletons, I like to say skeletons, are going at 15, which so is everybody apparently. So the skeletons are going to go between Gwyn and Finn. All right, Walker, 6 skeletons in a semicircle around you, with the Cerberus at the point of that. So 1, 2, 3, Cerberus, 1, 2, 3. Does that make sense?
Oh, there's a lot more skeletons than I thought there were.
What you want to do? Quick!
Okay, so the first thing I do is there any place they're all looking at me?
Well, they seem to be fixated on Skim as though he should be the first to die.
Okay, so can I hide?
You sure can. There's an outcropping of rock nearby. Why don't you're going to go behind it in stealth? Make a stealth check.
Absolutely. That is that 19?
Great. So you duck behind it into a pile of bones with burned, rotting flesh still attached to them. Marina's previous victims when the Tortle King has sent others to deal with her.
Oh goodness! All right, so after I hide, it's all good. And so I'll attack I'll attack the Cerberus.
Great. Armor class is 16. Roll an attack with advantage.
I'll attack it with my new scimitar as well.
Then you're going to be running at it. You're slinking through the shadows and slashing at it.
You know what? No, I'm going to attack with my short bow. What am I doing? With advantage is a 17.
17. Great. That it's a hit. So you aim your short bow carefully and you fire. It punctures into one of the eyes, the leftmost eye, and the creature howls angrily and hurtfully, and its other 2 heads whip and look right at you, bearing into you. Roll your damage for me, please.
Damage. It's 9.
That includes adding 2d6 for the sneak attack.
Yep.
You rolled 3 ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Cerberus is at is at 76 remaining hit points. All right, Gwyn.
Alrighty, to kind of ward off a little bit of the skeleton situation, I'm going to cast web between a few of them.
You can get the Cerberus and 2 skeletons. No, without hitting any of your party members, you can get the Cerberus and 3 skeletons on either side.
Sweet. Okay, down with it.
Great. So I'm just going to make a little map for myself, so I can remember which ones are webbed. It's the saving throw for web is if they start their turn there, or does it happen when they get hit with a spell?
It's when they start their turn.
Great. So I'll do that. Well, it's their turn right now. So those 3 skeletons are going to all fail. I rolled a 3, a 5, and a 6. They're all going to fail, and they are immobilized. Is that how that works? Or restrained?
Yep. They are restrained. Restrained as long as it remains in the web or until it breaks free.
Great. They are going to fire hand crossbows at with disadvantage at Skim. What's your armor class, Skim?
14. Not great.
All right. They're going to miss, and miss. The other 3 are going to roll straight, firing crossbows at Skim. One of them is going to critically hit. What was your armor class again?
14.
and another is going to hit. You're hit twice. The critical hit is going to do 7 damage, and the regular hit's going to do 5.
Okay.
So you're going to take a total of 12 damage. Do you have deflect arrows?
I do. I will spend a key point to deflect one.
Great.
Cool. Sweet.
I imagine that's going to be at the 7 damage. The 7 damage crit.
Yeah. Or what is the? I have to roll to do it.
I believe yes.
I have to roll 1d10 plus my dex. So bloop, bloop, bloop. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me that I can do that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. That's 8.
I try to remind you.
8, and if that was the 7 one, I can immediately throw it back at them. I do. So I'm gonna chuck it right back at him.
Great. You grab the crossbow bolt, spin, keeping its momentum, and hurl it back. Do you roll an attack roll on that?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with your.
That was a nat 20.
Great. Roll a d6 and add. So roll 2d6 and add 2.
Cool. So 3, 5, 7. That's 7.
7. All right. That skeleton is at 6 remaining hit points.
Nice.
Great. We've got Finn and then the Cerberus. Finn.
All right. I assume because I was scared, I'm kind of back in the back line with Summer, right?
Walker and Summer disappeared and reappeared about 30 feet away off to the side.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're a little bit in the back. I would say you, Skim, and Guinevere are pretty close to each other.
All right. But still far enough away that I can do ranged attacks and not take
Oh,
disadvantage?
for sure. Oh, for
Cool.
sure. They're like 20
I want to try
feet
out this new sling, or as I have put it on my character sheet, the Thongabolt.
Thongabolt is
Thongabolt.
a great name.
Thank you.
The Thongabolt is going to give you inspiration because you feel so good about it. So remember that you can get advantage on a check before you make it. So as you spin it, it collects lightning and ozone, a tiny little ball of lightning. This sling is going to do D4 bludgeoning and D4 lightning damage.
Wait, I get advantage every time I attack?
No, you get advantage on one check due to your inspiration.
You gave me inspiration. Okay, cool.
Correct.
I was like, that's
the weapon is a +1 weapon that does D4 bludgeoning and D4 lightning. Yeah, Thunderbolt is pretty amazing, right? Right, Nudge 33.
I think I'm proud of that one. All right, that's great. Then I'm going to try to get one of the other Cerebus eyes or heads.
Great.
It's a 14.
14. Its armor class is 16. So the Thunderbolt ricochets off of it.
All right. Well, that's my turn.
The Cerberus is going to inhale. Actually, my lovely audience, this Cerberus has been ordered to kill Skim first, but got its eye put out by Walker and Summer, who is a cat, and it is 3. My lovely audience, who is the Cerberus angrier at? The ordered target of Skimmerhorn, or the new threat of the spiky at range kitty cat, Walker and Summer?
It would disobey him. It's master bad dog. Bad dog.
It is a bad dog, though.
Oh no.
No.
Stupid cat.
Super cats.
No.
Why didn't you hide? Why didn't you hide?
He was hating.
I'm gonna penalize one of those. Yeah.
By the way,
you.
There's two
Cerberus
other cat
runs
folks.
with a terrible burst of speed, biting and gnashing.
Going for the goddess.
It's going to leap through, dribbling from all 3 of its mouths, molten lava spittle. Clearly hungry for the kitty cat. What's your armor class?
17.
It rolls 7, or it adds +7. It gets a 25, a 21, and a 10. So you are bitten terribly twice. You're taking 22 piercing damage and 6 fire damage.
Kill that one.
22 and 6?
Correct.
That is 30. I'm down.
22 and 6 is 28.
Oh, well, it's 28 and I am down.
Okay, got it. Sure. Great. So.
Oh, wow.
Skimmerhorn.
Great. I guess a dog has to go down first. So I'm gonna open my little, what is it? Sorry, a bottle, and drink from it really quick.
Bonus action, Decanter of Grog.
Great. And then
Endless Grog.
Oh wait, no. If I do that, then I can't use my bonus action to attack. So never mind. Then I'm going to just run up to the dog and break it over its head.
Great. So you run with your unbreakable endless Decanter of Grog. Swinging it above your head, it sloshes. You arrive next to the creature. Roll an attack.
Great.
Or roll all your attacks, rather. Armor class is 16.
16. Dude, I'm not kidding. I got another nat 20.
Look,
He's right there. He's
this
right.
time.
Can you see him?
Nope.
All right.
There you go.
I don't want to. Just
right.
keep cheating. It's fine. I can't stop you. So,
Well,
for what it's worth, I know Zeke very well, and I know he's not cheating. I'm just giving him the business.
Sorry, that was so that's double 2 6s then, right, for that first attack. That's 4 plus 6 plus my dex, right? No, yes, just my 6. So that's 10 from the first attack.
Cool. It's at 66.
Great. 12 second attack, and what was the armor class?
16.
Okay, so I hit on the second one.
Great.
The last one. Cool. 4 plus 8. So that's a total of 18 damage.
Great. Total of 18, 60. So it's at 48? 58. It's at 58 remaining hit points. It gets wreathed in your grog, which immediately catches a flame and does not bother it at all. This thing is literally from the underworld. It is immune to fire.
I'm going to use Drunken Technique because I used a key point to my special attack to stumble away, very far away, 40 feet.
Great. If you spend the key point, that's Flurry of Blows. You get 2 extra attacks.
That's what I did. Yes, one missed.
You did 3 attacks total? Great.
Yep.
Lovely. So, you hear a battle cry from behind you. And as you turn, you see Sebastian has arrived, swinging his 2-handed greatsword. He's going to use his bonus action to cast Compelled Duel on the Cerberus. Face me, you hideous dog beast! Do not harm that innocent little cat. It is me you wish. The Cerberus is going to make a wisdom save. It is going to roll a 11, which is a fail. And it has disadvantage in attacking anybody that is not Sebastian.
Nice.
My hero.
As he glows with the light of Torm, you see all of the skeletons turn their attention towards him. He has arrived on the scene. He's using his action to dash and get next to Walker. Speaking of which, Walker, death save.
Let's go. That was nice. What do you add to your death saves? Nothing?
Nothing. 10 or above is what you need.
Well, then I got a 5.
You're dying. 2 more of those, and Walker and Summer's dead.
Yeah, I'm not using that die anymore.
Win. It's you.
I am gonna hopefully help out my friend as I have to right now. Do I have a clear path to getting over to Walker?
Yes, you do.
Alrighty.
You will be engaged with the Cerberus if you do that.
I can take one for the team. Again.
Great. So Gwyn, you stumble forward, going over the rocks of this horrible hidden bay. You see that there's skulls, bleached skulls, and pieces of bone sticking out. This whole place is just a charnel house of death. So you arrive next to Walker, and you're going to use Cure Wounds?
Yes, I am.
First or second level?
Second level.
Great. Roll.
I will. Alrighty. We're going to get it's gonna be it. I did not roll well. Sorry, I just had to deal with that emotionally.
How much is it?
I don't want to say it out loud, but it's 4.
Yes.
You rolled 2 1s?
What?
There it is. What
Oh,
did you add your wisdom modifier?
Yeah.
Got it. All right. You still have a bonus action. Do you want to do anything with that, or are you good?
I'm good.
Great. So that brings us to the skeletons.
Turning it into a spider isn't gonna save me right now.
The 3 restrained skeletons are making dex saves. 2 of them are getting out. 1 of them is still trapped there. So the 5 skeletons, I should get more d20s. The 5 skeletons are all running at Sebastian and attacking him. He's wearing a breastplate. He has 16 AC. They slash their cutlasses at him. 3 of them cut into him for 5 damage each. So he's taken 15 of 32. So he's at 17. The single remaining skeleton is going to fire its hand crossbow. It is going to miss as it clangs off of his breastplate.
Oof.
Then we have Finn.
All right. I must protect Seabass with my life. So, first things first, I'm going to try to use the Thunderbolt on the guy that's restrained, since I'll have advantage.
Correct.
All right. Don't want that to go to waste. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits. So roll 2d4 and add your dex modifier plus 1.
Awesome. Ooh. 11.
11. Skeleton's at 2.
All right. Well, now move to Sebastian, and then I don't have a baked good right now, but I'm gonna action surge.
Here.
You're gonna eat it for him? Nice.
I'm gonna eat it for you.
Nice.
Thank you. It's for Seabass. It's an Oreo. All right. And then I'm going to should probably reduce their numbers. So or we attack the thing that doesn't have as disadvantage. Yeah. Okay.
One of the skeletons has 6, and you could use your inspiration to attack with advantage.
Yeah. Or I become a meat shield for Sebastian, and I stab the Cerberus, and I go, bad dog.
Roll your attack.
And I use my inspiration.
Great.
Which is a 19.
That
and
hits.
Because I'm a
Roll your
champion
damage.
fighter, that, my friends, is a critical.
All right. It finally happened.
I've been waiting for that 19 for so long. Woo! That's 14 damage.
14. Cerberus is at 44. All right. So the Cerberus is gnawing and biting. And what you realize is the presence of a holy figure drives these things crazy. They can't even look at anything else while there's a paladin or a good aligned cleric on the field, right? Mm-hmm. So that it's attacking 3 times. It's going to use its pack tactics ability, which means that it has advantage due to its other allies that are around. It's going to hit. It's going to hit. That knocks him unconscious, which means it's going to gnaw at him with its 3rd bite, and it's going to hit, which is a crit. He has 2 death save fails. Skim.
I got to kill the dog. I hold him back and go hit it again with my bottle.
Great.
Cool.
Great. You swing the bottle around and smash it into its horrible face.
Cool. It's 21 to hit, so it does. Sweet. The 6th. Oh no. Lost it. That's 7, and then I'm going to do another flurry of blows. To attack 2 more times. It was 16, right? Was his armor class?
Yes.
That one misses. That one hits. 1 hit. Boop.
1 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Roll your damage.
It was 5.
5? It's at 39.
You had my first hit, right?
That was just the first hit? Great.
Sorry, you heard both hits, right?
Sure.
No, I had done one with the bottle. You counted that one, right? Sorry, I'm just making sure you counted
I didn't.
Cool, so that was 3 plus 4. Sorry, 7.
Great, another 7. It's at 32.
Cool.
All right. If John kills him, I'm going to cry, says Dr. Ware. Well, John is going to leave his dice. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to tilt this down. Let me see if I can see the angle on it. And you guys are going to see this die roll. So you know I'm not a mean cheater. For this death save, on a 1 through 9, Sebastian dies. 9. Sebastian's life ebbs away, having saved Walker. He got the adventure he wanted, but not for very long. Let's get back to it. Walker and Summer is the top of the round.
Let's see. I've got 4 hit points. Where is the Cerberus from me? Is it
standing
far away?
right over you, ready to tear you apart again?
Can I disengage? Can I use my bonus action to
You
disengage?
sure can use your bonus action to disengage, crawling away while it glares at you, but it's unable to get past the others near you as you slink away.
Oh, right. Is it engaged with anybody else now?
I believe it is currently engaged with Skimmerhorn, Guinevere, and Finnegan, right? Did Finnegan leap in there? No,
Yeah.
Finnegan uses Sling.
No,
Right?
no, I stabbed it.
You stabbed it, right? Sorry.
Mhm.
So everybody but you now it is engaged with.
Perfect. I'm going to try to shoot it in the eye, the
Great.
other eye, whichever one, which head
So
is it?
you don't have advantage, but you will get sneak attack. Roll that attack roll. AC is 16.
Please.
Probably bring up the monster stat block again.
21.
21 is very much a hit. Roll your damage.
Perfect. So it is. What is it? 6. 9, 10. 11.
11. It's at 21 remaining hit points. As you shoot it in its rightmost eye now, so it's got arrows sticking out of its leftmost and rightmost eyes. It howls and roars angrily, but it can't quite get to you. Yeah, it's got aggressive, which means it could move double speed in order to attack you. but actually you're 30 feet away, huh? We'll see. Gwyn, it's your turn.
Alrighty. So I'm still in the midst of some people being a little bit bruised. Skimmerhorn, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty up right now.
Alrighty. Where am I physically in location right now?
You are next to the Cerberus and Finnegan and Skim and 5 of the 6 skeletons.
Okay.
Those are all within general engagement zone.
Okay, I am going to obscure some skeleton walks, so I'm going to utilize Fog Cloud.
Great. This will give disadvantage to all the skeletons and the Cerberus and all your friends.
Yes.
Great. So what does it look like when you summon forth a cloud of fog, Gwyn?
I'm going to say it's a little bit of a greenish tint to it, and it almost seems more like a gas than a fog.
Sure.
So the immediate reaction is to hold your mouth rather than to just be a little bit confused about where you are.
Sure.
And it rises up kind of at mid-level rather than from the ground. So it appears just kind of as if it was just a little bit out of your eye.
Great.
Sorry, frame of perspective.
All right. It's going to make the area heavily obscured. That's disadvantage in all attack rolls. Great. The skeletons are now, the last one is going to stay in the web. It's going to shoot at Skim with disadvantage.
Nice.
It gets a 13, just barely missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the remainder are all going to slash at you with their cutlasses with disadvantage. Miss! 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 And finally, miss! They miss you in the bank of fog. So you are unsliced. That brings us to Finnegan.
Could I tell through this heavily obscured fog at least which of the skeletons has been hit previously?
Sure. There's one that is the restrained one remains at 2 hit points, and one of the 5 here is in pretty bad shape at 6.
All right, I still got my sword out, and the guy who's stuck seems to be staying stuck, at least for the moment. So I'm going to attack the one that's at like just under half.
Great.
10.
10. That is a miss. Armor class is 13 from its
All
armor
right.
scraps.
Well, that's that.
Got it. So the Cerberus is going to breathe in simultaneously with all 3 of its heads and vomit forth a gout of molten lava, spraying all 4 of you. 30-foot cone.
Oh.
So I need dexterity saving throws. DC is 15.
22.
Nice.
Big 21.
9.
Oh, that should have been really good for me, but it isn't. 9.
Who is that? 2 fails? Skim and Walker?
Mhm.
No.
You are each burned for 21 fire damage.
I have hellish resistance.
Great. So you're going to take 10. But
I
you are
don't.
also, as it cools, encased in molten rock. You are restrained
Okay.
as it cools quickly. This is not natural lava, but the dreamlike idea of lava from the underworld.
Wait, John, did any of it get on?
Yes,
Sebastian?
Guinevere and Finn each take 10 damage, but they're not covered in it. Something we should know, Finnegan?
Sebastian.
What about Sebastian?
Sebastian just got further melted.
I'm gonna kill that fucking dog.
Yeah.
At least for me.
And that's the one.
What?
Is Skim? Oh, so Guinevere and Finnegan each took 10 more fire damage. Is
Okay.
Skimmerhorn still up at that 21?
Yeah.
Great. That's the Cerberus's turn. Skim.
All right, I guess I'll have to get out of the stone.
It is a
right?
DC 15 athletics check and an action.
Well,
Or
gonna
you're
happen.
still engaged with it. You'd be attacking with disadvantage anyway
Uh-huh.
because of the fog. You can still punch and smash at this thing.
Oh, well then I will.
Great.
I'll punch it. I'll break the bottle over his head. I don't. So I didn't do anything. There you go. That's my round.
Oh God. Got it. Did you want to use a key? You can't key point and do 2 more hits?
I have to hit them, don't I? First?
No.
Oh, well then.
Flurry of
Sure.
blows. You just need to attack them.
Sure.
You must take the attack action. Do it.
Oh, gosh. Nope. That was a 2.
Ouch. All right.
That was a 3.
Walker. Sorry.
Nope, we're all good.
Got it. Skim,
Disadvantage.
out of despair, I'm actually going to give this to everybody. Out of
Mhm.
despair at seeing Sebastian die, you're each going to gain inspiration.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Great. And after despair of seeing Sebastian die, the gout of flame, and Skim missing on all of his attacks. Between all of that, that's enough to fill you with resolve. All right, Walker and
Rage.
Summer, you are unconscious, I believe. Roll that.
I
death.
am. 16.
That's a pass. The previous fail was wiped from the record by you being revived, so all you've got right now is a single death save pass.
Yes.
Win.
Hello. We're gonna take that second shot at helping out Walker now.
Got it. At this point, you
Hope
need
it
to
goes
walk
well.
away, which means the Cerberus will get to bite you.
Yes.
Are you okay with that?
I can handle a bite.
Great. It's going to gnash at you with disadvantage. What's your armor class?
15.
It rolls an 8 plus 7, which is 15 on its disadvantage. It bites into you terribly. You are going to take 14 damage, some of which is fire, if that matters.
I'm still fine. Ish.
Got it. All right,
I'm
but
still
you run over to the unconscious Walker. You're going to heal him?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use some healing words on him.
Oh, healing word is range. You didn't need to
Yeah.
move.
No, I know, but I wanted to be able to stand in the way in case it failed.
Got it.
Yeah, no, that was totally a defensive tactic more
Great,
so
no
than
worries.
anything else.
All right, roll that healing word.
Alrighty. There you are. We got 4.
Total?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Great.
Nice. I'm trying.
No, I love it.
9 is great.
Boy.
9 is wonderful.
Gwen, what does your healing word look like?
It's as if, like, you're trying to understand what somebody's saying from a crowded room, but you know what they're saying is really kind, but you can't read lips.
Gorgeous. Great. That brings us to the skeletons. So 2 of the skeletons begin to pick up Sebastian's body and drag him towards the sea. The newest member of the dominatrix of the Deep's crew.
Does that mean that they are walking away from me? And
They
therefore,
sure are. That's exactly the next thing I was
Same.
going to say. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
We've already used the bomb. You bet.
Have we?
I did.
Ah.
I've already used my bomb. Is that it's with disadvantage still?
Disadvantage indeed. The fog.
10.
10 is a miss.
I know.
Skim, you also get an attack of opportunity.
Well, it's a disadvantage, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Well, 8 plus 4? Oh, that's right, 8 plus 6. Okay, I think it's a possibility.
That is
what
a hit.
Yep.
AC is 13. Roll your
Great.
damage.
Cool.
This
Yeah.
is with what?
With my bottle. I'm going to break open that bottle.
They
with this head.
are vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. So they will
Nice.
take double damage.
5, 9 plus whatever.
So
So-
doubled. So
Double.
18. You
18.
bottle whip one of the skeletons, crushing the skull and the bottle. It shatters, sending grog and glass everywhere before the pieces shudder and reform. You shatter one of the skeletons. He's still being carried by one, and on the skeleton's next turn, if that one makes it to the sea, Sebastian's corpse will indeed become the newest undead pirate. So that was 2 of the skeletons. 4 more remain. Oh no, wait. Did we kill one last turn? Yes.
It's happened
Finn
again.
killed one, right?
Sorry.
I missed.
You missed. Never mind. So there are indeed 5 more. So 3 more. One of them is trying to get out of the web and failing. It's going to shoot at Gwyn with disadvantage. It's going to miss. Then the other 3 are going to attack Skim, all at disadvantage. Miss! Miss! Miss!
I just love it.
There it is.
Everyone's in this fog. Like half of us are like
Yes.
yeah. Rocks just swinging at each other. Like just
Exactly. That is exactly what's happening.
It's just a slap.
So then we have Finn.
All right, I am going to use my Thunderbolt to hit the other skeleton.
Great.
Disadvantage. That's a 19 to hit.
Great. With disadvantage, that's very much a hit. So roll a d4 that gets doubled, and another d4, the lightning, that doesn't.
I was about to ask. I did hit the guy that is webbed up. He's only at 2 health.
He might be falling apart due to DM air. He indeed falls apart.
And also player forgetting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get to double 1. Okay.
Well,
So that's a miss.
That's 15 damage.
15 damage. You shatter the second skeleton carrying Sebastian's body. It falls in the wake.
And then I use the rest of my movements and I protect. I get over and I have my shield out and everything.
Great. 3 skeletons remain. The Cerberus is going to attack Skim.
well, goodbye.
You're restrained, right, Skim?
Yes.
So it's got in the fog cloud, so it's going to roll 3 attacks straight. As straight as we can.
There we go.
You are hit once
Once.
for 11 piercing and 1 after your fiendish resilience fire damage, total of 12.
I'm still alive. I've just taken a lot of damage, man.
All right, that's the Cerberus. You see it recharging. It wanted to bite you, but it's trying to summon up more volcanic drool, and it fails to do so. All right, Skim.
Good fog.
All right. Bloop. I'm going to get out of this this rock and get out of here if I can. So I'm just going to do that. Just athletics check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Hey, 15.
You are no longer stuck in the rock.
Great. And I'm going to that's my action, so I'm just going to move away.
It'll get an attack of opportunity against you.
Well, it's better than dying, so yeah.
Attack of opportunity, disadvantage, not disadvantage. Oh yes, disadvantage. You're no longer restrained. It is going to roll a 16, 9 plus 7. So I believe that hits me. You.
Yep, I think I'm down.
Take another 11 damage, and you're
I'm
unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sebastian is dead.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it was his initiative turn. I didn't mean to be a jerk.
Well,
I'm encased in the rock.
It's an athletics check to get out. You can still make attacks, but you will not get sneak attack.
I'll get sneak attack. It's not engaged with anybody?
It is engaged, but it's actually not engaged with anybody. Everybody's run away from it. And what's more, when you have disadvantage on an attack, you cannot get sneak attack damage.
Well, it still needs to go down. So I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to get out of this. Whatever. It's a
athletics check, DC 15. Consider using your inspiration and getting advantage on this roll.
Can I use my inspiration to get advantage of this roll?
No. Yes, you can. Do it.
Great. That is a 20.
20. Great. You pull yourself out of the rock. That's your action. You still have a bonus action. You could use it to hide.
I am going to use my bonus action to hide.
Its perception is +9, so you need a 19 to hide from the three-headed dog.
Let's do this. That's not an 18.
You do not hide from the three-headed dog. Gwyn, actually, you're heavily obscured. You should have rolled that with advantage.
Oh, that's a worse roll. So
not hidden. Wow, this combat's not going great. Gwyn, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm just going to use an avoidance technique yet again, and entangle.
Entangle, web, fog cloud, entangle. Yeah. Nothing can do nothing. I love it. Great. What is
avoid everything?
No. You're buying time. I appreciate it.
I gotta. This is intense.
Strength saving
throw. To find whatever gamble
you can hit everything. 20-foot square. You can hit all the enemies and none of your friends. They make strength saving throws, or they're restrained. The fog cloud might go away though. It will. They're both concentration spells. Is that okay?
Yes, because I was banking on it. Oh, do you still... Skim, what do you have to say about the...
I mean, I don't have anything to say. I'm dead.
All right, 3 skeletons. All fail. The highest I rolled was a 9 on their strength saves. Actually, do they have a bonus? They have 0. So yeah, all 3 remaining skeletons. 4 remaining skeletons.
I'm just gambling.
All 4 remaining skeletons
are
bound in tentacles. Vines that are like tentacles. And the Cerberus has a +4 to this roll and rolls a natural 1.
Yes!
All of the enemies are tied up in vines that have shot up. They're sickly black vines growing from this horrible, unhallowed ground. And they're reaching, they're all trapped while you retain concentration. They can make strength saves. I was just looking at this.
Yes.
They can make strength saves as their action.
Also, John, I'm happy to explain it too if you'd prefer.
It's easier for me to read. I'm a reader.
Okay, cool. Cool.
And nobody in my I run 10 games a week, and nobody uses evasion techniques for the most part. So you're surprising me with your spells. I love it. That sounds like I'm being sarcastic, and I really mean it. Great. That's Gwyn. Skeletons. All 3 skeletons are going to use their actions to try to get out, and 2 of them are going to succeed. 2 of them are going to succeed. Those 2 are going to use their environment actions they're going to walk over to Sebastian, pick him up.
No, they're not.
And move away. Do you have a reaction?
Yes, it's been my turn since the last opportunity of attack. Yeah.
Indeed.
I stab him.
Do it.
I use my inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration's before you roll the die, technically, but I'll allow it.
18?
18 hits.
Oh, yeah. 16 damage.
Great.
After I doubled one of my dice for bludgeoning.
So one of them...
Oh, wait, no, it was my rapier. I rolled the wrong die. Sorry. 11.
11, it's at 2 hit points.
Oh.
So 2 skeletons are still carrying him. They're deep in the wake now. They're up to their chests in the wake. Sebastian's body is being dragged out to sea. The remaining 2 skeletons are going to run at you, Finnegan. They're going to stay in their places because they're restrained, and John forgot for a second. The remaining 2 skeletons are wrapped up in entangled and cannot do anything. That brings us to Finnegan's turn.
All right, I'm going to play this very carefully. I'm going to pull out my Thongabolt and whip shot the one that I haven't hit yet.
Great. It's at 13.
Oh, that's a 16, not a 19. So 23.
23 very much hits by an additional 10.
Pretty sure that hits a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I add? 13. Because I get to double a die because of the bludgeoning.
Great. 13?
Right.
That
so then,
skeleton shatters. One skeleton at 2 hit points is still dragging him out to the water.
Movement
Mm-hmm.
all the way over to him, and then like environmental action to just hold on to his body. I'm not grappling.
Sure.
I'm not pulling.
If that's the case, it will have to make an opposed athletics check to take it from you.
Yeah.
But you will not get you're taking your reaction to do that. You will not get the attack of opportunity.
This is Sebastian's body.
Yes.
Yes. He's worth it.
Great. That brings us to the Cerberus. Skim is down.
Mm-hmm.
Walker is up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It is trapped. More important.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to try to get out. It is going to fail with a 7 total. And it's going to draw and try to recharge. It does not charge. Its breath weapon back up again. All right. Skim, death save.
It's a 10, exactly.
Then that's a success. Walker.
All right. I'm going to take my bonus action to try to hide behind it since it's all tied up.
Great. That it's still a DC 19 because its heads can move around and follow you. It's very perceptive because it's got 3 heads. So DC 19.
21.
Great. It does not know where you are.
Perfect. And I'm going to shoot it in an eye again.
Great. You wait until it is facing you, even though you've done everything to avoid it seeing you. But
That's
you
gonna
wait
see
until
me.
it's slightly facing you and fire.
Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 10?
10 is your total attack.
Mm-hmm.
Did you roll with advantage?
I'm sorry, I rolled damage, not attack.
Roll your attack.
Yeah, I'm
You rolled advantage.
I was like, that's low.
No, I rolled a 17.
Great. That hits.
Yeah.
That damage was 3d6 plus 5?
3d6 plus 5.
Was 10?
It was not. It was 15.
Sorry? So it's 15? The Cerberus is at 6 hit points. As it's shot again in another eye, blinding one of the heads. I'm going to reduce its perception by 3. Its perception's plus 6 now. So
Okay.
that brings us to Gwyn.
Oh god, this is gonna hit some skeletons. I think I'll be simple this time around.
Great. There are there's one skeleton that's been entangled, and one skeleton holding holding Sebastian's body.
Oh, I am going for the body one, and I am Shillelagh clubbing that too.
Great. Roll your spell attack roll.
Alrighty. I got a 22.
Great. The skeleton shatters.
Nice.
Because it was at 6 health, and there was no way that for you to roll lower than that. Lower than so Sebastian's body bobs in the wake.
I'm holding him.
You're not very
You're attached.
heavy.
Hey,
huh?
don't you
Actually,
say
it would be up to, like,
about
your
it right now.
chin.
I'm very emotionally wrong.
It would be up to your chin because I said the water was up to their chests. So you're actually you're struggling to stay afloat yourself.
You're like holding on to him like Rose in the Titanic.
Don't let go, Jack.
All right, one remaining skeleton. is going to try to escape, and it rolls a natural 20. And it's going to stay put. That was its action. Finn.
All right. So I'm going to. Do I have, as short as I am, can I at least like do my toes touch?
Yes.
All right. Cool.
But it's
so
like
I'm
up
gonna
to
like
your chin.
Cool. I drag the body back to out of the water. Just like beach him like a dead whale.
Great.
Oh, I hate myself for that. And then, what did I call this thing? A thongabolt.
Thunderbolt.
That just missed my tower entirely. 22.
22. That hits. This is the Cerberus, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Roll your 2d4.
So that is 8 damage to the Cerberus.
8. The little ball lightning flies and smashes into the Cerberus's single unharmed head. It shatters its skull and it falls to the ground. The flame that lived inside it oozes out and sinks into the ground, going back into the underworld, leaving bone and like a bag of skin with bone inside it.
And then I bonus action second wind because
Great.
I can.
A single skeleton remains. It's it looks like it's going to walk out to sea at this point.
No.
Skin, are you unconscious?
No. I need to roll 3 times positive. That was a 6. That's a fail.
Great, you're dying.
Mhm.
Walker.
21.
I can see that last skeleton running, and I'm gonna shoot it.
Do it.
20, nat 20.
Great. It's got, so roll your damage, roll 66.
My God. Disgusting.
That's rogues for you.
God.
But with the way you guys have been rolling, it's still not going to equal 13.
What was that? That's 16 plus the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 24 damage.
24.
God.
The last skeleton explodes. We're going to continue in order until him is stabilized. However, there are no more enemies. But you feel this place loves death. It has been, by the number of times that the dominatrix of the deeps has been here and killed people in making her deals, it has become an unholy place, unhallowed. So if Skim dies here, it could be bad. Let's go on. That was Walker's turn. Gwen.
Skim's unconscious, right?
He's unconscious. He needs to be stabilized with the medicine.
There's. Oh, I don't know who could possibly do that.
If only someone had a good wisdom
If
score.
only
But
somebody wants to go, do a little CPR on their buddy over here. Let's
Great.
do it.
How's that medicine check go?
It was a 4.
Oof.
5, sorry.
Ugh.
What did you add your +4 wisdom modifier?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Skim is not stabilized.
Mhm.
Finn.
I run over and I try to help my friend not die.
Make a medicine check. DC 10.
9.
God.
Skim continues dying. Skim, death save.
19. That's 1 positive.
Great.
Close.
How many negatives do you have?
1 failure.
Got it. Walker.
Okay, I'll show you guys how it's done, and I'm gonna try as well.
So the three of you are doing that thing in movies where everybody's like pounding on the chest of somebody, like desperately, wake up, kind of stuff.
Skim!
Don't you die on me, kind of
I
stuff.
got a 10.
Sorry?
10.
Great. That only works if you say something suitably dramatic about how much you like Finn.
Wait.
Finn? Or Skim?
Not Finn, sorry, Skim.
I was like,
Skim, please
Like,
wake
I'll take
up.
it.
Who's going to give me screeches in the back of the ear? You're the only one who can reach. What am I going to do? Ask Finn? Get up! Oh, good. Can you give me screeches?
Great. Now comes the matter of what
My
is to be
first
done with Sebastian's body.
Did he have a wife and kids?
He did.
We've got to take the body back.
I did not. Finn did not realize he was off the market.
I don't think it was actually established, but I saw him as, All
right, so Finn's not a total asshole then. Like,
No.
that's not something I forgot.
No, it was not
Okay.
mentioned, but
Well, then let him have this beautiful dream that he had. The two
the
of them.
point is, do you want
Pirate
to do
King.
an adventurer's funeral pyre? Do you want to find somewhere to bury him? Do you want to do a service in the town? How do you want to handle the death of your friend?
Not in this town.
Definitely
Not in this town.
No.
he wanted to be
I
adventurer.
do
then.
not like this town.
There is a decrepit boat nearby.
Adventurer's
A
death.
common funereal custom would be to array him with his arms and armament, say some kind words, set the boat afire while it drifts off.
Yeah.
We can't just make him a stone and like carry him around with us on our adventures or something.
That's
You-
really macabre.
Are you a Medusa?
But you could, I guess, if somebody has gentle repose, they could try to keep his body from rotting, and you could carry his body around.
I can't do magic.
I'm the most...
If I knew how to do magic, I could have saved him.
I guess we should give him an adventurous funeral. It's a fitting end for an adventurer. I hope to not go out like that.
All right,
Somebody
somebody
eat
needs
me.
to make the religion check to do the rites correctly.
That is
Oh,
not.
dude.
God, it's not me.
Hi guys. Hello.
Finn wants it done
21?
right, but doesn't know how to do it.
21.
Great.
Alma mater.
So, are you going to do it in the style of Ilmater, or are you going to try to do like a non-denominational?
I mean, what do we know what his religion was? Did anyone ask him?
An Ilmater is about the removal of suffering.
Yeah, that sounds about right. For
Do
him.
you make this check? You take red cloth
Mhm.
from within your satchel.
Knife bound.
Red strips of cloth are one of the symbols of Ilmater, and one of the things to do is to bind the red hands, the red wrapped hands in front, either in prayer or clasped like this, right? As you do, you notice a glimmer of something within his eye. Do you look closer or do you look away?
I do look closer.
Make a perception check.
Perceptions +1. 18.
Looking in his eye, you see the reflection of what his spirit is seeing. Having been killed in an area consecrated to Erebos, the Lord of Death, his soul has not gone to Torm's realm, where it should go upon the death of a paladin of Torm. His soul has been claimed by Erebos and taken to the Polynisos underworld, where he shall be claimed by Erebos and he shall suffer for all eternity. You see the flames, you see the demons. This is not a peaceful death, no matter what your funereal customs are.
Is there a way to revive him?
There is not when his soul has been claimed by the Lord of the Dead.
I got kind of excited about the prospect of claiming souls, and then I realized that was insensitive.
I guess we'll have a new journey ahead of us.
It does seem to sidle along nicely with your desire to redeem your ex-wife.
Yeah.
Wife? Ex-wife? I guess still wife.
Still
no divorce
wife.
has happened.
No divorce.
But indeed, this is not the end. One would need to travel to the underworld and release that soul. And I want you to make a insight check, Skim.
Sure. Inside. +3. Oh, 18 again.
You glance back in the eyes, and you see that there are many other souls. Those who have been slaughtered to feed the dead the god of the dead's greed. This is his garden of souls, where he keeps those who have been slaughtered and murdered in his name. Your wife is but one of his servants that does such a thing. There's an entire land of them. You could save, if you were to, not just Sebastian's soul, not just redeem your wife, but commit an actual act of heroism, saving all of these souls from unjust and eternal torment.
My friends, there's a terrible place that we must go. So many people we must save. If you look into his eyes, you see the torment, what has been taken from him, how he's been held. Now, I've always said that we will die one day, and so we must live. But this is not the way to die. This is not the place to go. No, I believe I am responsible for this. Perhaps we are all responsible for this. I think we have to go save him. Or at least release their souls.
If we are responsible, then we must go.
Who would like to light the pyre?
Can I? Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. I'm push this boat out to sea, and I light the fire.
Are you shooting an arrow to the boat, or are you lighting the fire on its way out?
A tinderbox. I don't want to botch this.
Great. That's no check required. You are able to do that. The fire goes out and burns.
We push it.
You feel a strange feeling, Skim and Finnegan, wash over both of you. And as you look out, you, Finn, you feel a weight suddenly occur in your right hand that was curled and clenched in anger and despair. And when you open it, a single gold coin with a skull on one side and a boat on the other appears in your hand. Someone was watching you do these proper funerary rites and approved.
Just one coin? Not two?
Just one coin.
Okay.
Make a religion check, Finn. At disadvantage. I know you're not going to make this, but it's possible.
Well, I already rolled a 3 - 2.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a 16.
You do not recognize this symbol.
Well,
Nope.
if you show it to me, maybe.
Do you want to show it to Skim? He knows a bit about religion.
Oh, it's magic!
What? And I look.
Make a religion check with disadvantage. You're not terribly familiar with the the gods of Polynisos.
Well, it was a 14 and a 20. So, I think I got it.
Great. This is the symbol of Atreus, the god of passage, who watches over those who move between life and death. He seemed to approve of your funerary customs. Perhaps this is a hidden ally that you were not expecting in some way.
Huh. It seems Atreus has been looking upon us. Have you heard of Atreus?
No, who's Atreus?
Atreus is the
I
god of...
envision him as a giant, fluffy white dog.
Well, honestly, I don't know what he looks like, so he may be a giant, fluffy white dog. We'll find
That's
that
just what
out.
it sounds like to me.
But,
Atreus does not look like a fluffy white dog. Atreus looks a great deal like the Grim Reaper. He slides on a boat over the river of forgetfulness between the realm of the living and the dead. He is a skeleton with a scythe. He is not a fluffy white dog.
is there a...
Could have been.
Is there a river
It
Styx?
looks like my parents.
It's we'll use the Theros stuff, which I don't remember the name of Styx and Theros. Give me just a second. You don't know the name of the river. Maybe you'll learn it someday.
Maybe one day.
You don't remember.
The ferryman between the living and the dead. He's seemed to have blessed us, possibly with that coin giving us passage.
All of us, or just one? Or do you know?
I don't.
Right.
Well, here's another question. Where would you even turn it into?
I guess what are the name of the islands again? Sorry.
Polynesis.
Polynesis. The Polynesis Islands. I mean, it seems gods there are much more present, much more real. We could maybe find a way to cross that passage.
Sounds like we're going to need a boat. And I'm going to need a crew. First mate, all of you, onward.
First,
the real question here is whether it's worth leaving. There are a lot of people suffering under the rule of the pirate king Harmtul here.
Oh, no, we will start our interaction before we leave. That man sent us to be sacrifices, not to have one die, whatever he says. You know exactly what he's doing.
Can you be a little louder? We're getting some folks in the chat saying it's hard to hear
This
you.
is crazy. Sorry, I'll get very close. This is weird. Huh. Still hard to hear? No? Now?
Go on, make your speech, but remember we're gonna let the audience make this decision.
Great. I think we should lead the interaction now. The idea is they are he led us here as a sacrifice. I think we do not let that pass. He told us maybe one come back dead, but it seems all usually do. He knew what he was doing. He sent us to battle to die twice. We cannot let that be. They killed our friend.
I totally agree with Skim at this point. Because if it was just one of us, it'd be something different. But you have Sebastian going on too.
Maybe that's all the reason to let it go. I mean, this pirate king has a lot more power than we do right now. Maybe going to these islands and getting the help of a god, maybe we come back.
I don't care about the lands of the living right now. Your wife is in trouble, and our friend and a whole bunch of other people are suffering fates that they shouldn't have, and that don't sit right with me. We gotta go.
Right, audience. Shall they incite a insurrection here against the Pirate King, or immediately head for Polynesos?
Music time. This is much like very like.
Make your votes in the chat, please.
This music is very inappropriate for this question. Huh. Interesting.
Setting another 45 seconds on the timer.
Oh, another one.
I see. Polly, I see
Oh,
that.
Tied right now.
We need some
Oh.
tiebreaker.
Thank you, Trash Gardener.
20
It's
seconds.
Kelso.
Oh, is that your Kelso?
Yeah, it's Kelso Lee
Hey,
Kennedy.
Kelso. Thank you all on the show so much for being up so late with us. Highly appreciated. All right, we're at a tie.
Wow.
That's time. All right. Why don't we
There we are. How am I?
do you want to assert your authority as captain? How do you want to figure this out?
Huh.
You know what? The Pirate King has disrespected my crew once too many times. His reign falls today. We will incite an insurrection in his town. That'll show him. That's the level of disrespect he showed to me in the garbage pail, and that is what I'm going to do to him.
Great.
One moment, Captain. I agree. We should probably really think about renaming our ship.
I don't know. The garbage pail has kind of grown on me.
You are my captain.
Oh, Captain.
Wow.
All right. So it is obviously expected that you are dead. The second time he sent you into near certain death. How do you want to handle this?
We should go get our crew first.
I think, okay, I have an idea. I could come back and use thaumaturgy, right? To make the soil shake and come back and say you have betrayed the great... What's the death god's name again?
Erebos.
Erebos. You betrayed Erebos and sent him great warriors. You've lied and I have lost my representative. I shall take you from him. Your town shall fall in my name. And then I guess we lead an insurrection?
That is a performance check. I'll give you advantage for the thaumaturgy, but it's still a performance check. How do you feel about it?
I'm a drunken master, so I have it.
Great. I'm just making
proficiency.
sure. I want to be clear before. I don't want you to be there in that circumstance and have me say make a performance check and have you go, but wait. So, do you want to try to whip up the town first, or make your pronouncement first?
Whip up the town first, and then I'll make my pronouncement. I think that's a good idea.
Down.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do it. Where you going to sneak into the distended gut?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to see if you can get the help of others? What are you gonna do? Walk me through.
I would like the help of the tiefling that I met. It seems that they would like to gain some power themselves, and leading an insurrection might be very useful for them.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, boldly walking into the town, the Pirate King will have little spiders everywhere, telling him what's going on. How are you planning on doing this? Walker could sneak.
I was like, I could sneak about town and give a message to your lady friend.
I think you should let her know that the interaction may be happening tonight, and may be a good time to make it happen. If you want to come out on top, now's the time to play your cards.
All right. So I'll slink about, hiding in every shadow I can find.
So first, a stealth check to sneak into the nighttime town of Umberlee's birth.
Rolled off the thing. 16. 25.
Great. No one notices you as you slink. Make an investigation check to find her house.
You should have told me where she lived.
No one. You guys don't know?
No.
Well, I rolled a 2. That was a 2.
You find yourself lost in this tiny little city, and you find a
Yeah.
shrine, a temple to Umberly, the queen of the sea, the chaotic, evil, vengeful goddess of the sea.
Oh.
By happenstance, you see the tiefling, whose name you did not get, kneeling in front of it. You did not find her house, but you got lucky.
So I tried to get her attention from the shadows and try to bring her to me to have a conversation.
She turns with shocked and says, "The cat from the crew. But the king said you were dead."
You know how many lives cats have, and I still have
friends are all dead then.
Maybe, but I'm alive, so maybe not. But I don't know. I'm here to give you a message.
Very mysterious.
It's part of my charm. I'm here to give you a very, very important message, though, from a friend.
I'm listening.
It may be time to play your cards, and it may be time to make a stand. Not even for what's right, but because there will be power to claim when we are through.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Thank you for the advantage. 21.
So it's to be tonight, is it? You realize that it is a extraordinarily dangerous thing you intend to do.
Danger is the way of the pirate, is it not?
Oh, yes. It's not my way, though. I can help you get some of the townspeople on board, but just know that it is unlikely that you're going to get a lot of frontline fighters, more vandals. They're going to be looking to you to defeat Harmtoll. You realize this, yes?
You should see my crew now. This would probably be an upgrade.
Oh.
The ogres. Huh. Interesting. I have a better recommendation. There's a local heroine sailing the seas near here, a famed athlete from a island nation nearby that's not it's a weird place. I don't recommend going there. Their gods are crazy. But this famed athlete is not too far away. She's apparently a paladin of one of their crazy gods as well. Heroic, easy to follow, a little bit more charismatic than either of us. My suggestion is you get her involved, and it'll be quite easy for you to get the people to see the justice of your cause.
I like the way you play your cards, ma'am. I hope to see you again, and I hope to see you in a better position than I see you now.
Well, thank you. Where's the surprised you didn't send that dark elf. I was hoping to speak to her sometime.
Do you have a message? Maybe I can get it to them.
I've got a message. And she's going to go to a nearby garden that has flowing kelp, like it would be underwater. But they can and she's going to rip out this piece of kelp that continues to flow in the air and says, "They look like the sort that appreciates plants."
There. So I take the little kelp from her, and it waves. And then I slink back into the shadows, and I sneak through the town back to my crew.
Great.
Do I make another check?
No. Your stealth check remains.
Yay.
Great. So, you return to your group.
All right. So, a bit of new information about. It seems to me and to others about that there is a famed champion who's sailing around here. Maybe if we get them on our side, they can help us.
Do we have time for this?
What kind of champion?
I don't know, some warrior from the islands that we are actually going to. So it probably is beneficial that we get to them anyway.
Sounds like that's new we said.
Fine.
We do need all the allies we can get if we're going to take down the Pirate King, and for good. I mean, we can't really do it with a handful of ogres and riffraff.
Yeah, speaking of,
I guess
you know she's an alcoholic too?
No.
Just saying. No, that's about the ogres. That's not about you, Skim.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
lighten
chill.
your load.
Clarifying.
I don't know if she likes to drink, but we might just find out.
All right. I hope she does.
All right, let's go find her real quick. I suppose, unless it's a binary decision, and then which?
It's not.
Great.
I assume the tiefling woman gave me directions to the girl.
She said that she was nearby and that you're gonna need to navigate.
All right. Well,
look
onto
out.
the ship.
We'll see how you do.
Let's see.
Great.
Yes, you had my navigator.
Ogres are all sitting around
I failed.
The ogres are all sitting around the quickly emptying barrel of grog, getting very drunk in sadness for their dead captain. Oh, he was good, Yar. Good captain. Captain. Yes. But you saw her and not die?
Exactly. Your captain is a captain of many feats and many talents. One of them.
Are you saying you can't die? Dahar?
Would you like to find out? Yeah.
No.
All right, then we're all good.
Are we? Sure. Yar. Ahoy. Okay. Are we? What are we doing now, Captain Yar?
We are on a mission of allies. One of ours was taken from us today, and that will not go unpunished, will it?
No. Who? It wasn't the little one. We were hoping to eat him,
And he would probably taste really good, but no, it's not the little one.
I appear from behind Captain Blackpaw.
Oh! The snack!
Yes,
you are a bold ogre, sir.
What say? Hard to hear.
I won't eat you, but Blackpaw will.
Captain Blackpaw would not eat us. Captain Blackpaw love us, Yaharoy.
Oh, I start purring. I like this.
Exactly.
No one's eating anybody today. Finnegan, we're gonna need you for lookout anyway. We've got a surly woman to find.
All right. Aye, Captain.
All right. You set sail quietly under the cover of dark and try to find this nearby heroine. Make your survival check.
With proficiency because of my navigator's tools?
With proficiency. So actually, yeah, it'll be a wisdom with proficiency check.
Oh, okay, cool. 10.
10?
Yeah.
You don't know how well it's going, you feel okay about it as you begin to navigate out into the waters. And that's when you see a shining boat with a huge golden sail upon it that looks as though it's made of sheepskin with still golden wool atop it. And you know that this is your new ally, and that this is how you will overthrow the Pirate King and maybe even liberate the land of the unjustly dead.
Boat ho! Captain Boat! I found a boat!
And that is where we are ending tonight's adventure. We will pick up there next week. And see who's on that boat. We'll actually have a 5th cast member at that time playing a new ally, which is very exciting.
Yay! Awesome.
Cool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll stick around and answer questions on the Discord. I think you guys had an idea for that. Did you have an idea about how you wanted to do that? Did we want to stay on here? Do we want to go in the Discord?
Switching over to Discord for right now.
Great.
Only
because a link to our Patreon and our Discord right now then, and you guys can come over. We'll be we can chat there if you'd like.
Yep. We'll go into the final panel. I guess we'll talk to you guys soon.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much for being here.
Guys.
Thank you again to both of our sponsors, Wizards of the Coast and Hex and Company. And hope you guys enjoyed and had a good time on our dramatical episode today.
Woo woo woo. Bye.
Peace.
Hi guys, it's me, Carter, or Finnegan, or Editor. Whatever you want to call me. First off, I want to thank you on behalf of the whole DDnD team. It means a lot to us that you're watching our content on YouTube. It's super cool. So please be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell and all the other YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do. Second off, I do want to say, if you enjoyed this episode and you found yourself being like, oh man, that was cool, but I sure wish I could have been a part of that conversation and helped decide where the party should go, you can watch us for free on Twitch every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are simultaneously on the twitch.tv/DiceDrinksAndDrama channel and the twitch.tv/DND channel. Wizards of the Coast is hosting us. It's awesome. So those links are down below, along with a whole bunch of other cool stuff that everyone on the team is making. Vic's got a module. Devren's got a podcast. I may have something eventually, and I'll put it down here, along with our Patreon. It's super cool. There's a couple tiers, lots of exclusive content, and yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.